Welcome to the Bougie Black Brother Network. Welcome back to Car Wax. This is Michael, your Bougie Black Brother, and we are here with our music review and my co-host Sean. What's going on, yo?
Ew.
So we're here with two artists. Heard one, Meek Mill, but really haven't heard much from this artist called Vic Mensa. It was interesting reading about him, and Mr. Kanye West putting his hands in so much. So I didn't get a chance to go back, but that's on my list to start seeing his special features on a lot of where he showed up at. But that's who we wanted to kind of check out. And Sean shot these to me. We had a couple more, but we wanted to put these two together. But let's start with Vic Mensa. So what, I think you mentioned it probably a year ago. You was talking about him.
Who, Vic?
Yeah.
Actually, no. Vic is actually, so for me personally, I've heard his name plenty times. He definitely rubs shoulders with the big heads, with the big wigs. He's currently signed to Rock Nation.
Really?
Yeah. So he gets a lot of pointers from Jay. You know, that's one of his mentors basically.
Okay.
So yeah, he does. I don't know how he got in the mix with them, but yeah, that's his wind of things. And then you said he had some cuts with Kanye.
Yeah, it said Kanye was bringing him along. He's supposed to have been on a feature when he was on Saturday Night Live performance, and just a couple of things he was dealing with back in 2015. He said actually like blowback he received upon removing Vic Mensa from the 2015 Pablo Standout Wolves that premiered on Saturday Night Live. But Kanye was doing some shit with him. So kind of interesting. You know, Kanye pulled some people up, and, you know, I'm kind of like, oh, okay. Kanye pulling some people.
Yeah, Kanye picked up Kid Cudi.
Yeah. So speaking of Kid Cudi, this is, to me, is a similar sound. I think the way this was kind of laid out was similar. I think the production and the way he went back and forth in here gave me some, not as good as Kid Cudi, but he kind of reminded me of that kind of style that he was bringing along. So when you listen to it, what do you get out of it?
The whole album was not up to par at all. The album was garbage. The reason why the album, now I'm just being honest with you.
No, go ahead. You good.
The reason why the album was garbage is because he had knockoff Outkast tracks. The track with Pharrell, that was a knockoff Outkast track, and it wasn't even good. There's times where he sounds like Cole through the whole CD.
Yeah.
He doesn't have his own signature way of flowing. But this is the issue. And because I'm a rapper and I see these things. The issue is he's a writer.
Okay, go ahead.
And this is the thing. So I'm not sure how long he's been writing. I'm not sure how long he's been actually making music and writing.
Okay.
But his words don't go with none of the beats that he does. He's forcing a lot of the music to fit with this. He's forcing a lot of the songs to fit together with the words.
It's okay. I would have said it differently, but I think you put it a little different than I would have said it. So he was trying to make similes and metaphors.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened.
And I'm gonna
tell you exactly what happened.
Go ahead.
He had a book of lyrics, just a basic composition book of lyrics. And he used those lyrics. He didn't, it sounded like he wrote the lyrics to another beat. And then he
forced them on the beats that
and then he found a beat that he liked and said, you know what? This verse or this song will go good with this beat. Now, those were some of them because he got real poppy on this fucking CD too, dog, which was I did not appreciate it because it wasn't. I didn't appreciate it because it wasn't the pop I was used to hearing. It was the Taylor Swift type of pop.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying? It was the Justin Bieber type of pop that he was pushing.
I don't think it was that bad.
And it was bad, bruh. No,
I don't think it was that bad.
There was 3 songs that I liked on the whole CD.
Wow.
One of them was a skit. It was 7, 11, and 13.
Okay.
7 was a skit. 11 was I can't remember the names, but I definitely knew that.
So Card Cracker, it was a skit.
Right.
You said 11, Heaven on Earth.
Heaven on Earth. Yeah, that's when he was singing. Yeah.
That was a short one. And you said 13?
13 with Dream. So he started the track off and then Dream finished it off. Everything else
that's so Heaven and Earth is on there twice. So the Dream is number 6, and then it has a reprise at number 11. So it was 2. So what they did, he repeated some shit on here because I was like, damn, I already heard that before, and it sounds too similar in certain things. But I wanted to get to it. That's a good way of you saying it because some of the way he was rapping was like, I'm just kind of reading it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His similes and his metaphors wasn't flowing.
Right.
He was saying them.
Exactly.
And that's what I was uncomfortable with, his flow, because he was saying stuff. He wasn't rapping.
No, he wasn't rapping.
Then he started singing. Then I was like, maybe that's who he is.
Right.
Shit.
Right. He sounded more him when he was singing.
But that's not what I cut it on for.
Exactly.
So,
but here's the catch. He's young, bruh. He's born in 93.
Right.
So if he was born in 93 and it's 2017,
24.
that means he's 24.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not giving him an excuse, but the way it sounded, all right, this is the way it sounds from a rapper's perspective. The way it sounded was this nigga don't make tracks. You know what I'm saying? He don't be in the studio like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He don't freestyle. He don't practice his shit. You know what I'm saying? He write it and they be like, yeah, that was hard.
So go ahead with it.
Yeah,
just go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, what do I give the lyrics? Technically, I give. And see, and this is the thing. His lyrics wasn't even the best either, dog.
No,
because it was like he was as conscious as he was portraying himself to be. His lyrics wasn't adding up to the conscious level that he was trying to portray.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
So lyrically, you're rating it at?
Writing abilities, I give him an 8. Lyrically, I give him a 6. Beats, I give him a 6 because you have to know how to deliver the message.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? And that delivery is
I just
very
think 6
important.
was high.
Oh, you think 6 is high?
Yeah. I think
well,
high.
Trust me, I'm not giving the beats any higher.
So this is a different. Okay, so you know me. I'm not. Sometimes when it's a hip hop album, when I realize that's not really what it is, I change my perspective.
Right.
I don't keep it that way. But in this case, I was disappointed because it should have been a hip hop album.
Yes.
And he put too much of the bullshit on there. Singing, he can do it and he does it pretty well with the singing. But when he tried to rap, I couldn't stand him lyrically because the way he performed it was like I was just saying. He was saying it. Mm-hmm. He wasn't rapping. So that's why I said a 6 is kind of high because he ruined it. He ruined it, and maybe it was because of the production that it didn't match how he wanted to rap against.
It was the CD was so. I listened to the CD the first time, and I was so disappointed in the CD that I wasn't going to listen to it again.
So it was awkward.
And you were like, yeah, I listened to the Vic, so we could do the Vic, and I was just like,
yeah,
okay, he might like it. So let me listen to it again so I could tell him how much I don't like it. So I listened to it 2 more times, and I was just like, and I gave him a chance. So right. I listened to the home wrecker. You know, it's crazy when your wife, you the wife and the home wrecker.
Yeah.
Okay, good story.
Yeah, so it was a good story.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you could have had a good story. You could have literally had no beat behind it and been standing on stage and put it in poetry.
Right.
And it would have I would have felt it equivalent. It would have been the same feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then he had one, I'm rolling, 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 rolling. That was like so not you. It didn't even sound like the type of music that you make. It sounded like you were trying to do something that wasn't you.
So that's why I said awkward.
Right.
I said it was. So I listened to it first and I was like, what the fuck? And then I listened to it again and I was like, okay, this is some, how would you say, alternative type. And
Very alternative.
Then I listened to it the third time and was like, man, you fucked up a lot of these songs. You didn't give the songs justice.
His punchlines weren't potent enough.
It wasn't.
If his punchlines,
it was just.
Even if he was just reading, his punchline should have been way better. He was doing the Dr. Seuss goddamn mumble rap punchlines. Vic Mensa don't have his own way of doing nothing. Well, I haven't seen the way he does it.
Right.
His uniquism, his uniqueness don't stand out to me and did not stand out in this album at all. You know, even though this was an autobiography, you could have waited on this, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or you could have put some real good tracks on here. And if your best track was Ready for the Ignorance and your other best track was Rolling Like a Stoner, you need to go back into that studio and figure out what good music is.
So I just think that, remember, what was the other one that we 21
21 Savage, Issa.
So Issa, you saw there was some potential there.
I like that album. I still like that album.
I think that's fucking trash. But Vic Mensa, I think he has potential. I think he needs to go back and say, who are you? You know what I mean? Because,
well, that's why he called it an autobiography. Because
yeah, but still, I'm like,
he was trying to explain who he was.
But he didn't. So he put some shit out there to say, this is what I've been doing and blah, blah, blah. But then he tried to sing and then he tried to fuck up some of his lyrics that he just wrote out. And I didn't like the way he was rapping. Because the way he was rapping was exactly, and I'm glad you here to tell me that, is he's a writer. So he just went and kind of just said the raps.
Right.
He said the raps. He didn't rap.
Yeah. And as a rapper, you can tell.
Yeah.
You could again, remember, I don't know if you remember, you could tell a freestyler and a writer. You can tell between them by the deliveries, by everything. Or if they're so good in freestyling and writing, they can blend it together. Or if they're so good on blending and writing, they can make their writing sound like a freestyle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have that experience yet. That's all. That's Vic's problem. Vic's issue is he doesn't have enough rap musician experience.
But that's why I said he has potential.
Yeah,
I don't think
he got potential, but but it's a slim path because again, who he sound like? He sound like Cole. He sound like J. Cole. So in order to keep his path, he need to find his own sound.
Right.
If he can stick with this bullshit alternative pop sound, but find a way to tweak it to make it sound like him and only him.
Right.
Maybe his next album will be less than a 7, but more than a 4.
But I think he has a good backing behind him.
Yeah, he's with Rock Nation.
So I think they'll be able to say, yeah, we got this out. Now, this is the feedback. This is what I think. Look, we need to do something better. This is what we have to do. I think he has the potential of being, he's not going to be great. I'm sorry. I don't think he's going to be great. I think he's going to get lost in between everything that's coming out. But I think he can put out something better next time.
Yeah,
something better.
Again, Jay-Z signed J. Cole also.
Right.
So, J. Cole's first couple albums arguably was like really good classic albums. Right. I don't think I've heard his first 2 albums. His first one was Friday Night Lights, and I can't quite remember his second album. what it was called. But Jay's basically doing the same thing with Vic that he did with J. Cole.
Okay.
The difference is J. Cole came in the game when it was nobody but him and Drake. You know what I'm saying?
So he had an opportunity to be heard.
To just, be the free J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? And Big Sean was out too then. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Vic is like, it's so much out right now that he's really going to have to create his own sound. If not, he's going to be, to your point, Big Sean in your eyes. Because I like Big Sean, but in your eyes, it's like, fuck Big Sean.
Yep.
And I think in my eyes, that's how Vic's going to be. Because he just, I didn't hear anything that made me say, okay, Vic, I like that. I like what you brought to the table, and I know that's yours. I couldn't say that.
Again, I'm using the word awkward because it was so awkward that he was almost trying shit because he didn't know who he was.
Right.
He had a whole bunch of lyrics that he wanted to say, but he didn't have a true style of how he wanted to deliver it.
Right.
So they put a whole bunch of different beats. They gave him different kind of shit, and it just came out. So awkward. Production was okay. It was okay. I like some of the songs, how they sampled a couple of the poppy shit that you've heard before, but they did some overlays on top of that I was kind of like, okay, I like that.
Well, here's the production that I didn't like. I didn't like the way they put the album together. Production.
Well, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Back to the word awkward.
Yeah, I didn't like the track list.
And the structure of it.
I didn't like. I mean, the skits were cool, but the skits really didn't give me that, okay, this is relating to the album.
Do you think it was necessary, though?
Like,
the skits, was it necessary? Based on the album. So, based on the album, was the skits necessary?
No.
I agree. He didn't have to. He showed you there was no reason for them fucking skits. Because if his punchlines were potent or clever enough, and then you put the skits in there, then you can be like, hell, okay, I got you. None, it didn't. He put them in there because he thought what he was saying was fucking clever, and it went with it. It didn't.
Dude, he is a rapper. He is lucky he with Rock Nation, because they would cut his ass off so fucking quick. Damn, if he was with any other record label. You don't understand how unprofitable this album is, dog. Like it really. I'm trying to find the commercial singles, and the only commercial single was the Rolling Like a Stoner. That has to be it. That first off, because so basically, I'm thinking his fan base is white. I think he has a large fan base that is white, because the music that I'm listening to, you know, I mean, you would have to have a pure black geek squad if you're gonna get if you're gonna get a gold plat, thinking that you're gonna sell to young black adults with this album. You know what I'm saying? It's just disappointing. He does have potential, but he can definitely throw this album away.
Whoa.
He has a lot of potential, but that potential is going to consist of him dropping 2 or 3 more mixtapes.
So get out there, do some raw shit.
He's gonna have to do some raw stuff, and he's gonna have to be on some South tracks. He's gonna have to show people that he can flow with people. He's gonna have to show people that he got a flow outside of him just looking at the book and reading it to the mic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need to see some versatility in this dude, because I didn't see any. I thought it was a real cheap version of J. Cole.
Damn.
Real knockoff. Right after I cut that on and cut that back off, I put the Meek Mills on, and then I put the Under Pressure on. Which was, the Under Pressure was like
awesome.
Man.
You should have just had that one on.
Beautiful. So
I think we beat it up enough. So
overall, what you give it?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
A 6. I give it a 6.
Yikes.
For potential.
And you gave Snoop Dogg a 5?
I just couldn't stand that, man. I didn't like the production at all. and he sounded like, come on, man. So where's Snoop going? He's not going anywhere. He's gonna come out with the same shit again. That's why that was a 5. This guy, I'm giving him 6 for the potential. If I didn't see potential, I think he would have been a high 4.
There you go.
But I just gave you my rating because of potential. And maybe I should give him a 5.5, because I think 6 is kind of high for that.
So,
but I would drop him a whole point down if I didn't think he would come across better. So I was trying to look at somebody who reviewed it and had any shit out there. So either they covering it or
he got bad reviews.
Yeah, they covering it.
Mm-hmm. A lot of rappers got potential. That doesn't give that. I won't.
I'm only talking new.
Okay, I got you.
So I'm only looking at a new guy coming out. If it was a guy who's been out and say, sooner or later he's gonna, nah, you've been out too long,
right.
motherfucker. I'm not giving you anything. You've been out long enough to know the shit that you're doing ain't worth a damn. Now, if somebody loves it and they paying you and it's hitting the charts, that don't mean I gotta like it though.
Right.
But here I'm just saying, 5.5. I think I gave him too much on the 6 end.
I see the potential, but this album is still trash. I know what Vic's capable of. You fucking with Jay. You fucking with Ye. Okay, you got something under your sleeve. Okay. But your album that you presented, that shit is barely worth a 4.8, bruh.
Damn.
Barely worth a 4.8.
So I would have been right there with you, honestly. If I didn't see the potential, I would have been right there. I said a high 4. A high 4.
But do you see the potential in the album or the artist?
Artist, not the album.
Thank you. So judge the album.
So when you rated Mensa, what did you I mean, not Mensa.
So Mensa, Vic Mensa? I'm rating Vic Mensa a 5.
No. Not Mensa, your other boy that we was just talking about. This is Izza.
Oh, 21 Savage.
Yeah.
What do I rate 21 Savage as an artist? Or what do I rate the album?
The album.
I rate the album a 6. Quality beats. Quality beats. No. Now don't get me wrong. The album is a coon album. It's a coon album. It's terrible. A coon train album. But compared to the Future album, yeah, they're pretty much the same.
No, I like Future better. And the reason why I think I like Future better because I think
I'm kind
of used to him.
Yeah.
So he gets a lot more credit because it's already in my ear.
This is 21 Savage's first album.
So what? We just saying the same thing about Mensa though. Right?
Right. Now, the beats went with him. The beats went with 21 Savage.
No, I got that. That's why I still didn't like the production to the point, but at least I saw the potential to your point of this guy's smarter than that because he kept coming up and I was like, yo, look how he trying to, look what he went right back. He wanted to say some things in a way but he knew what he had to do. So I saw that. I felt it over the top.
So for the album, for 21 Savage and what he did, 21 Savage is a coon. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way around it. Hey, I'm just trying to feed my family. Yeah, that's what most coons say. Got you. You know what I'm saying? So as far as 21 Savage, he gets a 4. You know what I'm saying?
And the album,
but as far as what the album did and what the album brought, the album is damn near. The album is culture, Future. It's like in the same
replication shit.
It's in the same category. You know what I'm saying?
But I hate when people do that. I don't want to hear the same shit.
It's Atlanta music.
I got that. But if it's Atlanta music, I'd rather listen to the Atlanta people who's been doing it, not somebody new that's replicating them. That's what I don't like. That's why I can appreciate Future and the other cats who's been doing it. Even Migos, I'm telling you, even them, they have a style that now people are trying to do. And I've known and I've heard them better. So I'm like, yo, give me an album like that. Then I can say, you know what? Migos grown. I like this shit. Now I see where they were going. I saw what they put out because they kind of had to put it out.
Right.
Now I see the maturity and what they're doing. Again, I saw that before because I couldn't give them potential when I heard their album. I was like, this is a bullshit. But then when I started hearing them on other, I was like, these dudes got skills, man. Why the fuck did they put that bullshit out? But I know that. So Mensa, yeah, he's a.
And see, I don't think the type of artist that he is. I felt like he felt like this was some really good tracks.
So I don't. You know what? Whatever he feels, it doesn't matter because if that shit doesn't sell and people don't listen to it, you can feel what the fuck you want. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he's ass out because I'm telling you, I'm looking at this and I don't see shit saying, he puts out his new autobiography, but you don't see the headlines of new artists that blah, blah, blah.
And review.
Or that kind of review that goes up or down. You seeing this middle line review shit that's being out there. So that's what they putting out. They probably squashing the bad fucking reviews. But they're going to come out sooner or later.
Oh, they already came out. Yeah, I seen a couple articles last week.
Okay.
So
okay.
Yeah, trust me.
So mine is 5.5. But to your point, if it was just him and without potential, he's in the 4s. He may not even be a high 4. He may not even be a high 4 because it was so awkward. It was kind of like, we had people who said, "I'm gonna give you my life on my album."
Dog, J. Cole J. Cole created all of this music that's happening right now. So Forest Hill Drive was the start of, was the reason why Jay-Z dropped his album and was so out there with it, was why Kendrick dropped his album and was so out there with it, why Logic dropped his album and was so out there with it. Forest Hill Drive, 2011 Forest Hill Drive, or 2014 Forest Hill Drive was literally like the pivot. Mm-hmm. The reason why was not only because it went platinum, not only because it was so genuine, but it didn't have any features.
Okay.
So it went like double platinum with no features.
It was just straight him.
Straight Cole. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it got glorified. I don't even know if we talked about that one or not. No, we didn't talk. We talked about the one after that. But it was so big and it was so impactful that it changed music. People started to feel like, I need to express my life. I need to express who I am. You know what I'm saying? Because the Forest Hill Drive was basically, that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm giving you how I grew up. I'm giving you who I was, and what created me. You know what I'm saying? And it was great. It was a masterpiece. 2014 Forest Hill Drive was a masterpiece. Period.
Gotcha.
Great album. Mm-hmm. Quality tracks. Quality verses. So when I'm listening to Vic, it's like, okay, you're trying to do what all these major artists are doing, all these big artists. It's trying to express your life, but you're doing it in totally the wrong way, and you don't even have enough experience to get it out there like that.
But that's what he knows. And again, his producers and the people leading him, I think just did a bad job. I think you putting it all on the artist. It ain't all on artists. When a producer sits down and say, this is what you got to do, or your fucking AR, what you got to say, dude, that doesn't go right. Or I'm going to give you a better track. See, just like the Jay-Z, when I told you with that dumb shit that they gave him for beats on there, it bothered me.
An artist is the driver of the vehicle.
So then any shit that goes wrong, to me, again, I'm back in my producer seat. I'm saying, here you go. This goes well with you.
But the artist has the final decision.
I got that. I do. But if you're a good producer, if you're a good producer, I'm gonna give you something. You'd be like, oh, okay, I like that.
It don't matter how good. All right, I'll give you a perfect example. Vic Mensa was on an interview, right? And he was on Breakfast Club, and he was talking about one of his verses, and he was talking about how Jay was telling him, how to take a piece of that verse out. The only reason he took it out was because he wasn't going to take it out initially.
Right.
Then he said he talked to Jay about it again, and Jay gave him this crazy ass analogy. You know what I'm saying? And then he took it out. Basically, which means what my understanding is, with that artist, he gonna do what he want to do.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
If the producer gives him something
and he
don't want it, he not gonna use it. It's you can't. A producer is the frame. The artist is the paint. The producer just holds the paint in there for you. That's it. The producer has no say so on the music unless the artist say, "What do you think?"
Okay.
What happens is the artist pays money for the studio time, pays money for the producer, and the producer sits back and answers any questions since he's getting paid for it. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it's like this. So for this is most artists in most studios. So this is like 85% of artists in studios. They come to the studio, they pay for studio time, and they put their music down. They come to the studio, they pay for studio time, they get their producer in there, and a producer will either make the beat with them, or a producer will play beats for them.
Right.
And then they will pick the beat.
No, I get that.
And either they'll make the song right there, or they'll take the beat home and then they'll write to it. But the producer isn't like, all right, what you gonna use this for? Oh no, maybe you should do it like that. The producer will wait for you to start making the music, and then you'll be like, okay, how that sound? And then the producer will put his input in.
I got you.
But for the most part, producers has no say so on what the artist asks for.
I got you. I kind of look at the producers that I admire.
Right.
And the ones that I admire, and you make me think back on a couple of them. The Diamond D's, the Digging in the Crates boys, the Premier, even the Umar, Q-Tip and Muhammad and all of them. Q-Tip is the fucking rapper. So he's making this shit. I think a lot of the people who's making their own beats.
Thank you.
Are better off. So if you're a average producer, yeah, you're going to fucking listen to the artist. You totally get that. If you're requesting an artist, let me give you an example. When Nas first came out, he had like, I think 7 to 10 different producers. But they came with beats. Illmatic. And and they came with that, and they knew what he would, and he was like, I can rap over any goddamn thing.
Right.
So, but he didn't want to rap over just anything. They wanted to make sure they had the best producers that can produce a good product for him. So I'm just kind of used to that. But to your point, I get that. You're right. Most of these artists either have the head that's like, I just want what I want. But then the smart ones is like, I'm going to help produce my own fucking tracks. Or I'm just going to do it on my own. And they sound better. Or if you sound fucked up and you do your own beats, and you're going to sound fucked up. But a lot of people who do them together, you give them a lot of credit because it blends better when you're doing it on your own.
It's the best way to make a song is to have the producer make the beat in person with you. That energy in that room creates that song.
Except for bringing something.
And bringing something helps. I mean, bringing something and hearing the beat is good too. But the best way to make a really good song is to have everyone in the studio at the same time.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Drake asks for producers and be like, what do you think sound good? How do you think I should approach this? That's what Drake does. But Drake isn't a writer. Drake has people writing for him. Drake has other people doing things for him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, 85% of people. You know what I'm saying? Wayne. Now, I'm sure Wayne be like, hey, give me some beats. You know what I'm saying? And then the producer's like, hey, I got this for you, Wayne. I got this for you, Wayne. I got this for you, Wayne. You know, and Wayne's like, bet, I'm finna spit. Period. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's no extra interaction with, okay, well, how do you think I should approach this song? Or unless it's not a all the way hip hop track.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's kind of some alternative kind of stuff that they're not really used to.
Exactly.
But they like the sound of it and be like,
for the most
let
part,
me try that shit.
For the most part, Timbaland, if you're those people that you were bringing up, they came up with people.
Right.
They had a group they was with. This
Right.
beat man was part of a group.
Right.
So it was easier for him to be like, nah, don't rap like this.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you're part of a group, you could do that.
Yeah.
You know, Eric B would have been like, look, Rakim, you know, let's cut this beat down a little bit, or let's stretch this verse out. You think you got another 4 bars, and then I'll just scratch this together. You know what I'm saying? That's easy. You know what I'm saying? Because we grew up together. We're a group. So, of course, we could be able to work with each other. But if I'm, let's say, Culture, and Timbaland comes in, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If Timbaland don't make that beat on person in there with them, they're gonna probably have to. They're gonna freestyle that shit first off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a straight freestyle. But it's still it has to be a freestyle because they ain't used to spitting on Timbaland beats.
So it's something totally different.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But Timbaland ain't gonna be like, hey, I need y'all to flow on this beat like this. You know what I'm saying? Or, hey, why don't y'all try to make this? Or it'll be like, okay, what that sound like? You'd be like, okay, well, I like the way you sung on this part, but can you not sing on this part and just have Quavo do this part?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That'll probably be the extent of it. But the producers ain't got no say-so. Not like that.
Not like that. Okay.
Not like that.
So I'm good. So you said you rated this as what?
4.8.
4.8. Meek Mill.
Meek. Wins and losses.
Yep.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
At
how good the CD was.
That shit was trash, yo.
That shit was good.
It was totally trash to me. And you know, I'm saying that because, like I told you, I just need to hear it again.
You definitely need to hear it again.
So I heard it 2.5 times. And it's the same shit I've been hearing. The production sounded, he had a beat on there that sound just like the 2 Chainz album. Sounded just like the same fucking beat that he did, and he just kind of stripped it down.
I don't know what track you're talking about.
There it is.
Yeah, little fish. I say, Lord, be my savior when it come to getting this paper. Please protect me from my haters. Just say me and I will forever say amen. Yeah, amen. They for boys and they can't win.
Yeah, so
I hate that shit.
yeah, I already knew you wasn't gonna like the CD. So Meek
why?
Mill's
So wait. So why you thought that I wouldn't like it?
It's Meek Mill's been rapping like this for a long time, and this is your first time actually hearing Meek Mill's in an album.
Yep.
So that's expected. Meek Mill's is a yeller. He yells with his flow. After you get past that, because that literally took about 3 years for me to get past. No, I'm serious. After you get past that, then you have to listen to the lyrics.
So that's why I kept it. Otherwise, I would have shut it down on the first one.
Right.
But I said, what does he talk about? Yeah, you know, fucking bitches and, beat the pussy up and typical shit.
It was more
Typical
on.
shit.
Okay, yeah, it was. What are you expecting? What are you expecting from these artists?
So what am I expecting from these artists?
So are you expecting all of these artists to be J. Cole?
Nope.
Are you expecting all these artists to be Kendrick Lamar?
Nope.
Okay,
So we just talked about 2 Chainz.
Right.
He was an exception to me, which was something I highly enjoyed. Highly enjoyed.
Okay.
The Future, yeah, I was okay with that as well. I was okay with that. There's a lot of artists that they are creative at what they do.
Right.
They're creative. So I appreciate the creation. I don't appreciate shit that they're gonna do just like everybody else.
See,
Why should I
don't-
give people credit for saying the same shit just in a different way in your own flow?
All right, so this is your first time hearing, and I'll accept that. This is your first time hearing Meek Mills, so you're going to be very critical on him.
So you think if I hear him again, it'll be better?
Meek Mills is part of the MMG group, so Rick Ross and
I was okay with Rick Ross.
Wale.
And you know what I thought about Wale?
So he's been doing his thing. His last mixtape that he dropped was really good. So basically what I had to do was I had to sit back and kind of listen to Meek Mills for Meek Mills.
So what is Meek Mills talking about?
Meek Mills is
rapping about
him and him becoming the boss and him and his Philly ways and him trying to basically keep that boss status with fucking fucked up friends and scandalous women. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That was what I got from the album. Not relating to the title of the album, just you know what he was rapping.
I wasn't caring about the title
and how he was rapping on there. I liked the way he was rapping on there. He was doing Meek Mills. And the reason why I know he was doing Meek Mills is because I probably listened to his last 2 or 3 CDs. So I listened to his last album and I listened to his last 2 mixtapes. And this album definitely sounds like his last mixtape, which was really good. I think it was Dream Chasers 4.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when I heard this album, the first time I heard it, it was that I was listening to it in the car and it was like, man, he's yelling. I can't catch the beat. I can't catch his lyrics. Right. Then I went on social media and people were like, this song's nice. And then I would listen to the song. I'd be like, you know what? That song is pretty nice. I would listen to it by itself. Mm-hmm. Be like, okay, you know what? That song is pretty nice. Okay, I'm going to get around to listening to it again. But I got to listen to it outside of my headphones. So I listened to it while I was studying. In acoustics, of course. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, okay, it sounds better. The flow sounds like it's going with the beat. The hooks aren't bad. You know what I'm saying? When he's singing or when he's trying to do his little slow songs, he's not forcing it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I didn't see him. I didn't feel like he was reaching when he did the slow songs. So he did like maybe 2 of them. One of them he was rapping, and then the other one he was like harmonizing on. I thought it was good. Did I think it was great? Meek Mills is not a great artist, so I don't think nothing that he does is great. You know what I'm saying?
No,
but
totally
I definitely for what Meek Mills do and his approach on the game, that was a good album.
So I get the way you're approaching it now. You kind of want to get used to an artist.
No, I don't want to get used to it, but their body of work is based on, you know what I'm saying? This is what you. Since this was Vic's first album, I can be as critical as I want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Since this is 2 Chainz's 3rd, 4th album, I can't be as critical because he has a body of work that's going to base on what he's presenting.
So, okay. Again, you're looking at a body of work to appreciate them. I'm not. Because I'm that guy who says, a director's fucked up, but this movie right here is fantastic. Damn, he did a good damn job.
Okay.
There's an artist that, like I told you, 2 Chainz, I've heard him on things.
Right.
No big deal. But this is the first time and I enjoyed it. And I rate it as such.
Okay.
I'm not going to build up to give him credit because of body of work. I don't give people credit for their body of work.
Right.
If Nas come out with a fucked up album, I don't appreciate him because of his body of work.
Right.
I say that's a fucked up album.
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to do anything. Jay-Z has a great body of work.
Okay.
It sells everything. I hated his production.
Okay.
I can easily say that. But I like the album. I didn't like this album. I don't care about his body of work.
Okay.
I've heard this kind of sound, and there's so many people who say they coming up being bosses and dealing with fucked up, pussy ass niggas and all of that. I've just heard that. But guess what? I've heard it in different ways that I go, because I'm going back to, I'm sorry, I'm going to keep going back to the Migos. If I go back to the Migos CD, I would listen to that now, and I didn't really like that album before this bullshit.
Right.
Why? Because I know that they're better than what that album is, but I know what they're talking about because I know basically what they can do. So then I'm saying, well, okay, I got you. They don't have to keep saying the same shit over and over to say, I'm going to entertain people because that's what they want.
Right.
You're saying that's what he's doing because that's a Meek Mill. Meek Mill sucks for me.
I got you.
This is just, I don't like keep hearing the same shit.
I listened to it, and like I said, it definitely, since I've heard Meek Mills before, and I enjoyed the last CD, his last mixtape. Mm-hmm. Since I did enjoy it, that was the reason why I did decide to listen to it. So based off of that, and the reason why I decided to listen to it, I listened to it with no bias. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it gets a high 7. I mean, a high 6. I definitely give it a high 6. I mean, it's definitely better than both the Meek Mill. I mean, it's definitely better than both MMG albums that came out this year. Personally.
So you think it's definitely better than Wale?
Yeah.
Because I don't know what he was trying. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But the Big Mike, right?
Oh, Rick Ross.
Rick Ross has the better album of all.
Rather Me Than You. He has better beats. Yes.
Love his production.
Yes, definitely has better beats.
He rolled nicely with what the beats were, and he has some good features on it.
He had good features, but
so
his
a good
lyrics.
Body. So the body of the album, I appreciate it.
Okay.
This body was just bullshit. I mean, I read 2 reviews from it, and the guy said the production was like pretty fucked up. Underwhelming, and much of the issue is because of this ridiculous amount of producers that he had, and then I didn't get a real feel of Meek's state of mind currently because of the countless number of producers. So this theme was fucked up.
Wasn't. Yeah,
his theme was fucked up.
It was a mixtape. It was, again, like I said, I listened to the last mixtape, and it sounded like the last album, the last mixtape.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
So this guy listened to Meek Mill and said the album wasn't good.
Okay.
I only read this after I listened to it. I was just hoping maybe I'll go back and listen to it. I was like, he kind of said that, but he still likes the way he flows. I just don't like all of that. And everybody's not going to be J. Cole. And everybody's not going to be Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
And everybody's not going to be Logic. And everybody ain't going to be B.O.B. And everybody's not going to be all of these people that you laid out in front of me that had quality, unique ways of rapping. That's what I like. Right. I hate hearing the same shit that somebody else is replicating somebody else's shit. Or talking about the same shit that everybody else is doing because that sells. If you do it in a unique way, then I'm kind of like, I was listening to. It's so many that Migos is on, Quavo is on, that I keep listening and say, how is he rapping about? Is he doing that same shit? No, he did some unique shit. And I was like, damn, this dude, his style and everything is just good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Quavo.
Yeah, he's just good. And I was like, damn, okay, now I'm looking forward to their album. But this shit just, I'm like, come on, man, really? And I don't have to appreciate it because he's from another city. No.
I understand what you're saying.
But you got your preference.
Again,
you got your preference.
I never said the album was great. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't say anything about it being great.
I did. I am saying that for a Meek Mill's album, it was a good album. And I did rate it.
That's kind of
accordingly.
Sad, I think you giving them credit for having worse albums.
If the album is a 6-7, where's the credit that I'm giving him?
It's a 6-7 for 5. I don't even think 5. I'm gonna put it in the same shit
That's deep.
as
Big
Vic
Big
Mensa.
Sean.
Yeah,
Big
and Big
Sean.
Sean.
It's Big Sean.
But think what? So honestly, I would listen to Big Sean before I listen to this. I definitely. If you said you get Meek Mill or Big Sean all
Sean's
day
a better
and put
artist. Hands down.
Exactly, he's a better artist. So why should I give him credit for not being a better artist? I'm not going to give anybody credit for not being good. I always compare acting to music performance. He's just an average rapper, so I'm giving him credit for being that average rapper. He don't have to be great. I didn't say him to be great. I'm not rating him to be great.
Right,
I'm
but
rating him
you're
as being
saying like
what you call it.
6'7" is like a phenomenal rating there.
I had some people that was at a 7.
So, no,
I would never line him up with.
He's not at a 7.
He's almost there though.
He's at 0.3 from a 7. That's a ways.
That's not a ways.
So what you're saying it like I'm comparing it to an album that I actually felt like it was better. There's I don't think I've rated any other albums that I liked less than Meek Mill's album. You know what I'm saying? Like the good albums that I usually pick are 7s. Like the lowest I pretty much have averaged on an album was a 7.2. So that's why I know that this 6.7 ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? But you're telling me like, damn, you're giving him a 6.7, and I'm like, dude, he's lucky to even get that. He's lucky to even get that.
So what did you give Joey Badass album?
Oh, see, now I would listen to this before I listen to the Joey.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man, that Joey's trash, bro.
Oh my God.
Man, I haven't listened to that since we did the review.
To me, a lot of this is preference. So I know we got similar tastes in certain things, but in this case, I think there's a style that you're familiar
Definitely.
with.
There's definitely
okay with
a hardcore hip hop that I like.
Yeah.
That I don't put on your table.
Right.
Like this is probably the hardest hip hop that I gave you other than
That what was
21
the other
Savage. 21 Savage. I wanted you to listen to the Zero, but I didn't want the Zero album. I thought was decent, but you don't even like Zero has this certain type of music that he makes. He makes old school R&B, but he does it in a raw fuck you kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Like
So there's a difference between a fuck you, I'm just gonna throw it at you. Some of that is cool.
right. And then
some of that is cool. It's the way you do it. But
I
if
got
you're
you.
doing it like everybody else, don't waste my time.
so then there's Trade the Truth. Then there's Starlito. I wanted you to listen to the Starlito one. Then there's the Step Brothers one. So all of these people that I'm telling you, it's kind of pretty much in the same category. You know what I'm saying? There's a few of them. Well, Trey could spit. Well, all of them could spit. You know what I'm saying?
There was a portion of, old school stuff that I just didn't get, and I never wanted to like Ghetto Boys.
Right. And
I
see,
was
that's
like,
where Zero and
yeah,
Trade the Truth come from.
Whatever. But if you really listen to the 3 styles that they have, then you'll start appreciating
Right,
it.
right.
So when I started saying these are 3 different styles, don't take it as a whole because you're rejecting it, which I did. But then when I said these are the 3 different, then I was like, oh, okay, I'll fucking get it now. I was good. And then who's another one? The one from Memphis.
8 Ball, MJG.
But I love them. They were cool
hard.
too.
They go
they were
stupid
cool.
hard.
So there's artists that's kind of like, yeah, they're similar, but they put their own uniqueness in it.
I got you.
I like that. So when you say, nah, there's a kind of, no, if they got a uniqueness about them, I appreciate the music. I do. But when that shit sounds just like everyone else and they trying to rap about the same shit just like the majority of them are doing, I don't want to waste my time.
I got you.
So, and you've given me enough that I can go, I got you. I see it. So
I got you.
Remember DOS Effects? They were talking about bullshit. But the way they did it made it entertaining. And then the fucking production behind them, they rolled with it. But they was just saying bullshit.
Right.
Get the fuck? What is that? In hindsight, you was like, yo, these dudes is stupid. But when it came out, it was a uniqueness about it, which lasted long enough for people to say, damn, who are these? This shit sounds, and then they were gone. Then they stopped doing it, and then they tried to just rap straight up. Then they sounded like M.O.B.
Okay.
M.O.P., excuse me.
The Meek Mill's album was good. You know, those are the beats that he flow on. You know what I'm saying? He definitely stuck with the script with this album. You know, it didn't surprise me, but it was a good body of work. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? Was I entertained?
For the album.
I enjoyed the album.
Okay.
I enjoyed the album. I was like, okay. I pretty much had it on repeat, I would say 4 times today. So I was playing it on repeat a couple times, you know, while I was working or whatever. So, yeah. But I couldn't do that with the Vic, though. I could not do that with the Vic. It was just, oh, man. It was such a detachment there that, and I tried. I was just like, all right, let me just. I
broke that up, though, man. I just broke it because it was so awkward. I broke it up.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I had to say this is not a hip hop album. Stop trying to make it a hip hop album.
Yeah, basically.
That's the only way I was able to listen to it. But if I was trying to say it's a hip hop album, I'll be like, this is some. Because
it was like it. He tried to do what everybody's doing right now. And that's the thing.
It's a combination.
That's the thing. He tried to do what Cole do. He tried to do what Kendrick do. He tried to do what Staples did. You know what I'm saying? Staples probably right now has done it the best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So he had a book of lyrics. I'm going to go right back to what you were saying, which I totally agree. He had a book of lyrics. And since he didn't know who he was emulating other people's style. But he was doing it with his own lyrics.
Right.
So it didn't fucking work. If you don't know who you are, you're going to kind of work in some styles.
Right. Your favorite artist. Yeah, or you're going to try to blend in. Yeah.
And I wonder if they like this one. Oh, wait, let me try it. I wonder if they... Dude, find yourself. Find your lane. And if your lane is fine and you're creative within your lane, people will listen to you.
Yeah.
And that's that's me. To me, I think he had the potential to find his lane, get his lyrics on point, and he'll be fine.
I just think this word potential and rappers, man, is just not a good word to put with rappers because every rapper got potential.
I got you.
Every rapper got potential.
So, but you said that with Izza.
Yeah, I didn't say it on the record that he had potential. But we did discuss it off record. So I will say this. So I will say this on the record. I will say this, and I repeat. The album was a coon dancing album.
You did say that, though. You said that on the record.
So for me, it's like this. All right, this rapper is trash. I'm not expecting this rapper to be any type of lyrical. The only thing I'm expecting from Future is great beats and awesome hooks. That's it. That's all I'm expecting from Future. And guess what? He always brings it to the table with the best of the best. Now his lyrics is trash as fuck. Trash.
Yeah.
Can't influence me, can't motivate me, don't inspire me to do nothing but illegal dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
But that motherfucker know how to make a hook.
Yep.
And you put that bitch in the club, that motherfucker riding. All day.
I totally agree. That's why I can listen to him. But I don't have to listen to ignorant shit that means nothing without a good, decent beat behind it, and you ain't saying shit, and your style is fucked up. Those are all X's. All X's.
And that's Meek Mills for you.
All X's. All X's. But if you put a Future on, and I'm like, I'm not even hearing what he's saying. I'm just listening to his flow, and I'm hearing his hook, and your music is cool. That's what I like about Future. So if you say, what was he rapping about? Honestly, I don't know. I just like his flow. I like the flow that he has. But that's what he gave me. So I totally agree with you. But with the ignorant, stupid shit, I don't have time because there's better shit that I can listen to. I always think I shouldn't have the time to look at ignorant, stupid shit. There's movies out there that people love, and it's some ignorant shit.
Yeah.
I don't have time for that. I can look at something else that has better quality. That's how some music it is. Future, I'm not going to really put it back on, but if it's on, I'm going to ride with it.
Right.
Different type of things. You give people credit because, hey, there's some ignorant shit. Let me see about this ignorant shit. Why even bother? When you know there's some other quality shit that you can be listening to that's still ignorant now, but it's better.
I listen to a lot of I listen to a lot. So I listen to quality ignorant, and I basically it's like this. I filter out the quality bullshit. Like, I could give you way worse shit than that 21 Savage.
No, I got that.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
But that 21 Savage is top notch. That 21 Savage is the top notch of the ignorant shit that I filtered through. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So I put it on your table like, hey, check this out. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, this is fucking trash. But the other 16 albums that I didn't listen to, I'm not telling you how trash those are, and I'm not putting those on your table.
So shit like that. And to your point, why would I recommend some bullshit? Just like you say,
well, I didn't feel like the 21 Savage was bullshit. That's why I put it on your table.
But I respect what you said though. You said there's 16 shit that I wouldn't give you.
Right.
But this is top notch trash. Let me see what you think about that.
Right. So a month from now, when I'm like, okay, he didn't like the top notch ignorant bullshit, so this ignorant shit got to be better than this other ignorant shit that I gave you.
Second level bullshit.
Right. But again, dog, this is the difference between music and movies. You have to listen to the music. You can just look at a trailer and be like, I'm not finna watch that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But you can't necessarily listen to a single and be like, I'm not finna listen to that whole album. You know what I'm saying? Or you could be like, I'm gonna listen to that whole album and you be disappointed that the whole album is trash based off of that one song.
It's the same thing though. A single is a trailer. The trailer may be the shit. But then when you see the movie, that was the best parts of the fucking movie. And you're like, this is some bullshit. I wasted my fucking time. You love that track. And then you listen to the whole band, but you're like, what the fuck happened? Why did he go a different direction and only had that one cut?
But if it's a bad trailer and it
happened to be a good movie, guess what happens? Just like a bad single, you're going to sooner or later, you're going to find out, damn, they've been saying this is getting a lot of buzz about this. Let me hear the rest of this album. So when you hear bad trailer, I'm not seeing that bullshit. And then you find out, damn, this is more than I thought it was. Then you'll go see it. That's why I keep comparing them. It's the same thing.
I got you.
It's just more music than movie. You follow what I'm saying? It's more music than movie.
You can always you can always find a trailer on a movie. Always. Every movie has a trailer. That's
but all trailers aren't giving you everything that you need to see.
But all albums don't have singles.
Also. True.
You know what I'm saying?
But you can find some shit if you look for it listen to. And not a release single, but the music. You can find it and you can get it. I'm subscribed to some shit. I can hear anything I fucking want. I can. That's the age that we're in. So I'll change it up. There's a series called American Gods.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking phenomenal. The previews was bullshit. I read a portion of the book that I was like, damn, this is interesting. But when I saw the previews, I was kind of like, I don't know if this is going to be good enough or not. But the shit was phenomenal. But then you look at each and every episode, just like each and every single on the album. Was it a good series? Or the series went up and down? I look at it like that. So I don't look at bullshit series, but I know what quality is. The difference is you know what quality is.
Oh, I definitely. I mean, again, if I didn't know what quality was, Meek Mills would be rated a lot higher.
I got you.
I'm
I'm not gonna take away your rating, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
It's just, you know, like, I know what it is.
Yo, I'm gonna hold you. Now I'm gonna hold you to that.
What,
fucking,
to the 6'7"?
No, the Joey Badass and shit.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna have to come with something better, man.
So
He
I
gonna
don't
have to
think
come
you
with
rated him
something
too low, man. I don't think you did.
I
don't
rated
think
him.
you rated him low.
If anything,
I don't think you did.
if anything, it would probably be. I don't think I rated him higher than a 7.2.
No. I don't think you did.
If anything, 7.2 is probably the high.
No, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? But I definitely, and I probably gave him the 7.2 because it was Joey Badass. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, I told you I liked his previous album.
Yeah. See, I don't. That's who you are. You still build because of a.
I'm music. That's what I do. I listen to music. So you have to. When you start listening to music, you tend to build a relationship with the person that you're listening to.
If you like them.
Because you're constantly listening to them.
So even when I constantly listen to people, if they're not coming up with the shit that I like, I stop. I just stop.
Right.
And again,
but that means you're not constantly listening to them then.
So when I do listen to them and it's the shit that I thought it was going to be, then I was right. I can always go back and validate. It's easy to go back and validate shit.
Right.
It's easy. Just like I'm telling you, I'm using the same analogy with movies and series. If you got a fucked up series, I may say you had a great run, but your shit is going down. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to look at it again. No, give it a chance. No, your body of work you started with was good, and then you went to just try to please people. And I don't like that.
Right.
I want you to be who you are, be unique at what you are, and if it doesn't sell, cut that shit off. Or at least say, what am I going to do?
So to your point.
I got you.
So to your point.
Right.
Yeah, I do like their body of work. And I do follow their whole body of work. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do that because I'm the music man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Whether I like you or not. I don't like Yo Gotti. But you know what? I kind of, sometimes, I haven't listened to his last 2 mixtapes and I haven't listened to his last album. But I used to follow him just to keep a following, just to see if he was on an incline or decline or just still staying the same.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
But I follow their body of work. It don't mean I like them.
It's just what you do.
It's just what I do. Okay. Because,
I got
again,
you.
to your point with movies.
It's just what you do.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I got that.
So again, that's why I could listen to 16 trash ass albums.
So I appreciate that. It's just what you do. You don't even have, you have a purpose of music I want to listen to. So if music is available, I'm going to listen to it.
Yes.
If music is available, I'm going to listen to it. I got you.
That's how I wouldn't have pulled the Erica Lachey if I didn't listen to music.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
No, I got you.
So
I mean, I see that when you pull the Imagine Dragons.
Right.
That's totally something that a person who listened to trash, fucking ignorant shit would listen to if you didn't listen to music.
Right.
So I get that. So I'm following you. So I think all your ratings is legitimate now. Because you have a whole body of music that you listen to. You follow me?
Yeah.
Since you got a body of music that is so vast, you can say, dude, for a Meek Mill album, compared to these 30 other motherfuckers, he deserves this. I get it.
I got you.
I can see that now.
Okay, I got you.
Because to me, I'm just selective.
Right. I'm only putting things on your table.
No, I'm still going back to
okay.
movies and TVs. I'm still selective. I'm just not going to listen to everything or watch stuff just to watch it, just to say, let me see what people thinking about that. Oh, let me continue to follow that because maybe that'll change. I'm constantly looking at newer shit. I'll leave old shit behind.
Right.
Fuck them. I'm done with you. But the new shit I'm going to listen to. So, or watch. But then you'd be like, yo, you don't look at that? No, there's this new show. Oh, no. That's this new show. So I'm on fucking Hulu. I'm on fucking Netflix. I'm on Amazon. I'm on all of these other shits other than network TV that these concert people are looking at.
So basically, if you were on music, it would be like, I'm on to the next new artist. I'm only on to the next new
I love to
artist.
hear new artists or the artists that I like. I'm going to continue to hit them because I want to see what they put out. Because I'm going to turn around and go, oh, I like them. Oh,
Right.
Oh, man, that was a trash album. Fuck them. Go to the next one. Oh, Logic is out again. Let me hear that shit. Damn, that wasn't that good of an album. Psh, fuck them. I'm going like that. I'll be like that. And then to your point, if the next one comes out and I'm saying, let me see what they did. Oh, they on that same shit. I'm done with you. But I still got options that's out there that I'm going to continue to follow because there's so many new artists. And then if a new artist comes out and sounds like somebody I already like, I'm good. I'm good because
you heard the artist when they were sounding like themselves.
Yeah.
So you can't make a judgment that they sound like everybody else because you heard them before.
Yeah.
And see, and I'm glad you brought that up because you make those comments a lot about some of the artists that we talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really I don't speak on it like that because I know you don't have a good background on certain artists. Mm-hmm. So I allow you to just be like, just judge the album. Mm-hmm. Just judge the album for what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's good. You know what I'm saying? That's why I kind of try to give you my insight on it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, I don't give a fuck. I still don't like it. Okay, that's what's up.
No, but to your point, and don't put it past that I didn't hear you. You say, you may like this other new artist and don't like this one, but this motherfucker started it.
Right.
So you may say, I don't like that nigga, but he is the one that gave him this style. Yeah. So you may not like him, but if you did not heard him before him, you would probably would have said, artist. Oh, okay. No, I probably wouldn't have not loved
it.
Right,
my bad.
Because there's still a different way people present shit.
Right. It's how you deliver it. You can steal everything, but if it's not delivered the right way, then
it don't really matter.
You know.
It don't really matter. But no, you've told me plenty of times, especially like Big Sean. Mm-hmm. That's the one big example that I always remember because he was like, no, they stole his style.
Yeah, man. Everybody stole. Him. It was J. Cole, Big Sean, and then Drake, or it was like something in that combination. Like those were the three hottest new young rappers. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Cole was doing little cuts with Jay-Z. Big Sean was really doing his own thing under Good Music. Right, you know what I'm saying? He had a couple tracks with Kanye, but he was really creating his own name. Mm-hmm. Like Big Sean was pretty much the first big name, and then it was Drake, and then J. Cole kind of blew up. You know what I'm saying? But Big Sean was the first one on the first big name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he pretty much knows how to he knows how to make a single. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to he knows how to
created
sell
an art form of it.
Yeah.
He'd be like, look, I know how to do it.
Yeah. He knows how to make tracks for women, and they sell. And they sell very well.
Like fucking LL Cool J.
Yeah, yeah.
When he was doing it, I hated his shit. But he sold because he knew how to play to the women.
Right.
He was just
it didn't sound bad either, dog.
It was okay.
It didn't sound bad.
It was okay. It was okay, but that's not what I was into.
Right, exactly.
So I was kind of like, fuck that.
Right.
You know, your mom liked it, so I would buy some of them. And then when she stopped listening to it, I was like, I'm not buying that shit no more.
Thank goodness.
Okay, thank you. You know, thank you. Right. So I got you. But you said a what?
I give, what's this, the Meek Mills?
Yeah.
I give Meek Mill 7.2, man. I'm going to stick to it. I'm sticking to it. Yes.
4.8.
4.8.
Because I would listen to the other cat.
Vic?
Yep.
You listen to Vic?
Yep. Before that. But guess what?
Oh my God.
Honestly, I'm not putting either one of them on again. I'm not. I'm just not.
You're right. I got you.
I'm done with them. You know, I listened to them. I was hoping to get something from one of them.
Mm-hmm.
They got to listen from me.
Yeah, I got you.
That's what they got.
Yeah,
they gotta
yeah.
listen from.
Yeah, I totally didn't expect you to like Meek Mills. Totally knew it. I knew it. Cause he's a different character. He's a different character when it comes to this rap shit. You got to start off with Meek Mills. If you don't start off with Meek Mills, he's gonna have to grow on you. Like it literally, dog. His yelling, he first came out. He got 2 million. I think it was 1 or 2 million on Dreamcatcher's 2 mixtape off of Dat Piff. So he got 1 million downloads off his Dreamcatchers 2. And Dreamcatchers 1 was like super hard. Everybody loved it. I popped that Dreamcatchers 1 in and I was just like, bro, he yelling. He yelling too much, Skip. He yelling too much, Skip. He yelling. Turned it off. You know what I'm saying? Dreamcatchers 2 came out and I was like, damn, that motherfucker got 1 million hits. Damn, everybody praising this. Okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I listened to it and I was like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But after that, it was just like, oh, okay. So I guess everyone is just accustomed to this nigga yelling. Yep. So I need to take that away from judging him. I need to take that away from judging his style because clearly that's his style. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can judge his style based off of the yelling. That's why it took me 3 years to holler, get at him.
Plenty of rappers that yell that I was used to, just straight screaming, kind of yelling and shit. Onyx was like that.
Yeah, but he does a different yell. I
got that.
It's not an Onyx yell. Yeah, Meek Mills isn't Onyx yelling. He's
so was MOP. They yell.
Yeah, now that's a little more to it. But yeah, that's a little more Meek Mill.
So I like MOP. At first I was like, what the to your point. So good analogy. That's why I brought MOP. I was like, the fuck these dudes always yelling about? And then it was like, that's because the music was good though.
That's some club shit though. You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Music was good, and then you can kind of hear these were some hardcore dudes.
Right.
But they was yelling and shit.
And that again, I don't, and I'm glad I brought that up. A lot of the music that we listen to that are like, a lot of those are club hits. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You put it in the
with
club.
Hooks and a sound.
A lot of those Meek Mill tracks will be played in the club and will get rolled to. And that's another thing that I had to step back and kind of listen to. You know what I'm saying? And I think I started doing that after Trap Check. Trap shit check, rap shit check, foreign shit check. They said that shit goes stupid in the club.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm like, but when I listen to it on the radio,
people are doing it
right. When I listen to the radio and I listen to it here, it's just like, okay, that's one of my least favorite. It's not the least favorite, but I can listen to that last on the album. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think Meek Mills has a lot of tracks like that on his album.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
So to your point, he's playing toward, I want my shit to be played.
There you go.
No, I get that.
And to your point, I think you can hear it now. Yeah. Now that
I can kind of understand what you're saying. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of it is jumpy.
It's kind of done.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So if you get that beat and a repetition that you can bounce off like that, that's the purpose. And
Parties.
Then let me throw in a hook that you can repeat.
There you go.
No, I got that.
There you go.
But again, I'm an old ass dude. I'm not in the club.
Thank you.
So you got to give me that part.
Yeah. And see, that's why 21 Savage you don't like either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That was exactly.
Yep. All that shit you play in the club.
No, you're absolutely right.
You know what I'm saying?
I totally agree. But it's not for you to listen to.
It's for you to dance to.
Right. Gotcha. Good point. Next time I could go, so this is one of the motherfuckers.
Strip club.
That's for this club. And
regular
that's
club.
What they doing at. Because I'm listening to
Tempo.
the beats and listen to this hook on this one. I can see where it's going. I can clearly go, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Still don't mean I have to like it.
Exactly.
But I know what it's for, though.
I got you.
So now I got another thing that I can go, oh, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So if it was for the club, and is it hype for the club?
Yes.
Yep. So now I give you 1.5 points for that. Because that's what it's for, though.
Right.
No, honestly.
I got you.
Then you be like, He tried to do it for the club, but that sounded like bullshit.
Right.
They don't have a good enough hook that people can go. He tried to do that, so no, I can't give you anything on it.
Right.
But I may say this is just the most. He ain't talking about shit.
When
But
you
the
in the club,
bouncing hook, dog.
you need to talk about shit.
They are just rolling with that, and
Right.
you get motherfucker. Because I can hear that. I know what
You get
happens
that drink,
like
you get a couple drinks in you, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
All you hear is that tempo, and I got a bag, you got a bag. They don't know the difference. Shit like that. So,
So I got you. That was a good point, though. We went all the way around, but in the end, I totally get it now. I totally get it. I have to look at it in that way now. Otherwise, I'm going to reject every shit that you kind of bring up that's close to it.
Right.
Now I can go, so this is Club Beats. And but I'm going to give it a lot more credit because all of it ain't like that.
Right.
So he has some quality shit, and then he has a couple of shits for the club. And it'll be played. It'll be played like a motherfucker.
But here's the thing. That's why 2 Chainz album was so good.
But I enjoyed everything about that.
But that's why 2 Chainz album was so good. Because you enjoyed everything about it. And guess what? You can play that whole CD in the club.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
So
they don't even have to hear what he's saying.
that's why that album is so good. Because
I got you.
outside of just playing it in the car, you play that motherfucker anywhere and get the same feel. The same feel. You know, and that's why I personally have to rate it as one of the top albums of the year. Because you can pop it in pretty much anywhere and damn near play that thing all the way through.
Cool. I think our next actual will be 7 and
SZA.
So, got my preferences, but 2 good R&B singers. Definitely 2 good singers, but with 2 different kind of styles.
2 totally different, opposite. One got an old school feel, the other one got a new school feel.
Yep. So, good contrast. So, you'll hear good contrast on that. So, cool. So, Car Wax, your brother, bougieblackbrother.com, Bougie Black Bro, and Bougie Brother Sean, or is it Bougie?
Yeah, it's Bougie Brother Sean, but you could just catch us on YouTube. We're going to be on YouTube now, man. Catch us on YouTube, all podcasts on YouTube.
iTunes, Podbean,
subscribe,
Stitcher, Google Play. We on them all. Hit us up. Subscribe. So, thanks for tuning in on Car Wax, and we'll see you soon. Peace.
Peace.